Hey, this is Teehashee back with Age of Wonders Planetfall, looking at the Oathbound. We're here trying to expand, trying to build our military, um, and maybe capture some of these settlements following the fall of Aniclade, our other Oathbound ally. Um, Hard to say. Uh, we pegged correctly that Angly was just about to lose. And of course he did. But he lost so suddenly that we didn't really have an opportunity to interfere. And now, well, now there are two unclaimed settlements right in between Teehashee, the Devar, our allies, and the Shakarn, sorry, not easy to say, our enemies. Let me just make doubly sure we're not going to lose units. So we're sending that emissary up to the north to see if we can capture those settlements, bring them into the fold. That's good to know. Free unit, maybe? Wide range mending rig. And we got a lot of heroes. Probably just set someone up with that. Oh, and she's up to 11 points, which means we can get advanced piloting. And something else, maybe. It's probably a good pick. And we got money in the bank, so we'll just set her up with the Paladin Champion. Got another hero. Dimensional feedback is pretty strong for heroes, especially since the Engulfer tends to get up in people's faces. I'll just give him some generic defensive mods. But this is looking fairly solid for not really the growth of our armies, but the development of our armies. We are slowly, yeah, they did attack us. That was a smart play then to consolidate those forces. And they didn't stand a chance. Yeah, so we aren't necessarily getting bigger armies right this instant, but our armies are still getting stronger. And it looks like the more I look around, there are a lot, of hidden stuff to look into. And the beacon went right down next to that settlement, which looks like the Devar are about to grab, which is much better if they grab it. I'm just being a little greedy. Sears Crest needs to make a decision. Where's this going up? Cyberwoods. Cyberwoods, Cyberwoods, Cyberwoods. Probably put I'm really worried that both the remaining enemy factions are going to join with the Voidbringers, form a united front against us. Probably gonna have to retry that. Shouldn't be. It sucks to be this late in the game, and I still feel like I can't afford to lose units. But that's where we are with this. Looks like now they're trying to isolate this hero that's up here on his own. Oh, he's in the middle. That's actually not as bad. Yeah, you're just a melee unit. You need to hold your horses before you blitz in there and die. Which is, I think we can... we're just going to go ahead and keep working on syncing these forces up. I don't really like how this terrain is set up, but maybe we'll just try and go a little faster like that. Let's see what they do now. Pretty much working. They're coming right into the middle of the pincer. This unit actually turned, which was smart. A bit of a surprise that they did that, if I'm being honest. It might not matter though. Kind of funny that that triggered their Overwatch. But whatever. You're probably not going to do that. Oh, that's interesting play I could make. We do have phase shift evacuate. Consolidate our forces that way. We double down on killing this unit. we're actually in range of hitting this one. Nom 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 nom. Okay. Throw a rock at us. Still throwing rocks. Probably just move these units up. I wonder how much I can get done with Lash of Adversity. Hit everyone with it. Almost. Okay. Let's see. What's the range of this? It's only 3. Something like this. Okay. That wasn't a bad play for someone who's usually pretty garbage at this game. Um... Oh, whoops. I do make that mistake a lot. Case in point, folks, that I am pretty poo at this. Can we hit that yet? No, that's alright. Not the end of the world. Let's try for this shot. Getting a lot out of our Lash of Adversity. Let's see, this guy's still got his, like, superpower, super slam. We'll just experiment a little bit with this. Good enough, I would say. And that's pretty solid ability as well. Let's see if we can get this unit killed. Try and cancel its Overwatch instead. No. Not today. What is that? Oh, I should have done that a long time ago. But, you know, when you're poo. That might be enough to do the job, just like this. Oh, okay. I thought we had another turn in there, but we didn't, and we kept our units alive. We're gonna need to heal up, and I will make a infiltration force for this shit. Probably gonna go wipe out those spawners here in a second. Nice. That's what we like to see. Integrity stabilizers. Yeah, it's not bad. It's more of a filler, but we have slots to fill, so why complain? There you go, sister. Let's fall back a little bit. We're still on our way. Doesn't look like we'll get there first, but again, it's not the end of the world if that's the case. Still growing our forces, which is definitely not a bad thing. The war is coming. It is interesting that I wound up with this kind of circular empire. Ooh. Oh, these are the Voidbringers showing up to play. Heroes leveling up. Oh, she does not have Arcade. Oh, yeah, it's my guess that this hero, barely got leveled up at all. She's still very new, inexperienced. Do I have anything to give her? I could give her the Watcher Scrolls. They're completely useless, but whatever. Give her some generic bonuses in case we need to go into combat. Oh yeah, this gives us a cool advanced engineer unit. Okay, our rift generator probably gonna be our final unit for now, and it really looks like we need to start investing in mods. Grenades, pretty solid for army of aerial units. Oh wow, that's really good. 4 random friendly units. That's an operation. I mean, we are making energy now, finally. What else have we got? Let's double down on our static shock powers. The reason why we do that is because it's by far the best in the game. Stupidly good. Oops. Is that unit at full health? It is. What about units in this army? Oh, we could take the Watcher in there. Let's see if auto combat will save me the trouble. I mean, it's 3 melee units. Yeah, it worked out just fine. Blinder shotgun, free money. Alright, that area is now ready. Pretty sad that we could condense that entire military force, all those heroes, into just a few, into like a stack. Let's see. You could take Revealing Soul and Deny the Wicked, but you pretty much need them together. This more melee focused stuff is really good on this particular champion, and since we're probably not going to change out of that suit anytime soon, maybe we'll start doubling down on those counterattack abilities. It's pretty solid. I need to get him up here to start taking over those engulfer forces. Let's give him Watchmen. While in a vehicle, gain fast movement. That still applies, I'm pretty sure. Engulfer's a vehicle, right? That's not insensitive. Alright, so they did get this, which is fine. I'm okay with that. And those guys grab that shimmering tower up there. I could go check that out, but that's pretty risky. Instead, let's go back to what we were doing. Consolidate our forces. Let's take a look at modding this rift generator. Now we'll wait for... The rift generator actually has kinetic attacks, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it does. Let's keep building these phase manipulators for right now. I know that's boring. New units are always exciting. Okay. We might try and liberate this. We're gonna have more units. We've got everyone here. So we'll just wait a second. Let's just break these units out really quick. Or I could do that wrong. There we go. Not pretty, but it got done. Let's talk with login. He must be a... Yeah, he's xenophobic. Can't do truce. It just doesn't like me enough for truce. Not having it today. Sorry, fam. Okay. Not having it. Alright, well, no big deal. That guy's stirring up shit. Trees of androids. Oh my. No, we are gonna resist and fight. Though you look very evil. I guess that's why we resist. Fuck evil. There are bad guys over here. There are. But one thing at a time. Okay. Repair drone. So that's the Grail over there. I've still got this force up here in the north. It's not an impressive stack to go for the Grail. Grail's also very, very far away. Also very close to enemy territory, it looks like. Not a fancy showing. This this particular game of mine. Don't need void bullets. What is this? That's really good. Doesn't seem as good as you might think it is, but it is very solid. Counterattack. Let's move just slightly less. We should stick together here, so close to enemy territory. Alright. Do I actually have... There's the Arc Impact module. That's a great thing to put on this. Let's start with that. And then with our beautiful butterflies here, let's take that off. I mean, that did help. About this gal. I don't know why she can't equip those combat stems. Oh, there they are. I'm glad I checked. Now, what should we build? This paladin, we should at least be producing them with that. This doesn't look too bad, this stack that we just finished. In that case, I think we can start producing rift generators. I don't have anything to put on them yet, so I don't think it's smart. This is pretty much how we want this to look. Let's prime that. We will probably use it. Alright, nice. We gotta help her get out of here. Okay, she did it. She did it, folks. Probably give her Devour Soap. And Deadeye. Nice and clean. Dazzling Rifle, just take that. Okay, she is still down here. I'll probably just send her over and hit that one as well. These guys, we're gonna start clearing this stuff out. Let's send that down here. Let's see. It looks like no one who's left allied with the Voidbringers. The darkness of the... Nah, that's bad news. And then what about her? Okay. Oh, we need to burn through. But that's okay. We have Therians to trade with now. They don't have a flying unit, but they do have the sharpshooter and the chemist, which even together in their own stacks are very solid. Let's see how much we need. 44, okay. So we can at least buy 4. Couldn't even buy 5. That do it? No, one more. Confused. Okay, there we go. Huh. Bit of a mystery. Those Therians. I ended up buying 7 of them, but that's okay. Really, I mean, those sniper units are so good, and I'll probably just integrate them into a defensive unit. It looks like they are the ones. I think this place is the next most at risk of being attacked. For mods, I think we can put regenerative carapace on them and make them very good on defense. Especially because they can heal each other. Just a solid unit. Oh no, Teehashee joined the Voidbringers. Oh, this is a disaster. We are so screwed. Yeah, soon we will... Bad decisions were made. We're gonna be the last alliance of men and elves here. Us and the Sharkarn stuck, divided, far apart, and not very good relations to begin with. I need to start mending my relationship with them. Here, let's get this off the table. We're not going to declare war on you. Keska Lizy, you are my only hope. Alright. Go ahead and we're going to park that full stack on the city itself. So that's pretty good. We need to raise this. And while that's raising, go free this other tile. Nice. I don't know what to tell you. We're if we don't work together, we're all gonna die. Kind of like the real world. I mean, that is okay. Oh, there's Air Commander. Whoops. This guy also needs stuff on him. Like the arc module. Anything else? Oops, wrong button. I was confused. Confused for a second. I don't like any of that stuff. We'll just wait. The Kirko, on the other hand, they can use Oath of Loyalty because it stacks with their Swarm Shield. There you go. We'll do that. Now, we could take this stack in and just see how they do. In the meantime, let's pull these forces out and build up full stacks for them. Crawl back to safety. You're just going to wait one more turn. Alright, let's look seriously at what these stacks are shaping up to be. We've still got a bunch of those arcs, which we need to trade out, honestly, so let's just make 3 more of these. Stop. No, here they come again. Yeah. Throw enough of them at us. Oh, that's actually pretty solid for one of these melee guys. Alright, we gotta send the defenders out. Curb stomp these assholes. Alright, got him. Entry-level Therian units are super weak. Very similar to the entry-level assembly units. Slightly better, because they're faster, I think. Alright, let's go like that. Alright, we've got units for going in here. Let's see if we can do it. Celestians. Angry Celestians. Not fun to fight. Nope. Not. Boy, we barely touched them. What happened? Other than you're fighting Celestians, and you shouldn't do that. Ooh. Alright, she's a melee unit. We should... Maybe we can abduct her. Let's see, we're starting with precognition. Sorry if this is disorienting, but the camera does not depict range very well. See, I still can't tell if that's far enough. We're gonna move here first. Okay. Let's just hang out here with you. I mean, if those units hang out all the way in the back, we should be able to fight them piecemeal. That's a lot of damage, though. Okay. Now let's turn the battlefield again. Boy, that unit is so impossible to hit. I really am worried that this stack does not have what it takes to fight this group. Let's go like this. Okay, so I think we're good to retreat. Is everyone? There we go. Okay. We're gonna have to ask for help getting these guys out of here. Let's keep crawling back to friendly territory. You have to wait, which is fine. I'm tempted to take, like, full Kirko forces in there. How hard would that be? Honor's Respite also needs another sector. Oh, yeah, but we've got a plan for that. Probably gonna wrap this up here in a little bit and found unlikely allies. Okay, so we're gonna pull this force out. We're gonna try going in with this one. What you got going on here? Invader is Pioneer. We did win that time. It was a nasty fight, but I think we'll probably live with it. Lost both of our vehicles, big sad. Oh, both of them died. That's why they're at half health. That's okay, though. It was worth it. We got a Lightbringer, that's cool. I think it's a Devar Lightbringer, kind of funny. this really quick. There we go. Pretty much at where we want to be with our arc stuff. Let's go back into Void Tech. Alright, we gotta limp back here, but this is a good place to limp back to. That puts us on a road. That unit is pretty much set, and we're gonna go over here. And just hang tight. Alright, we got our hands on that. She's pretty much ready to go, except for those new mods we need to install. And I noticed that that champion isn't modded. Nice fight, guys. We are managing to find some free units, which is never a bad thing. Someone out there is probably saying, if you can't afford their energy costs, it's a bad thing. And it's just like, well, sometimes you can't afford your units, and sometimes an entire invading army rolls over the top of you. I'd take the expensive units any day. We're going for this when we can. Yeah, you guys are big heroes. Probing our defenses. We'll counterattack here shortly. This does not seem too bad because it's led by a melee unit. It's getting serious though. Okay, Grox. Isn't this Groxa? Groxum, sorry. Okay. I guess we could have teleported down there. Let's see how bad these guys are. Thing is, Voidbringer Strix, I don't know what the hell that is. But the fact of the matter is, if you can take out the Voidbringers, you really only have to be 2 units. I lost a lot of units doing that. I'm gonna retry. These also continue to bring in units as we fight. Nice thing is that they're relatively easy to hit because the game obviously wants to give you a chance at destroying them. Not going to happen this turn, which is a big disappoint. Hyper aggression, dark strength. Alright, we have our void spawn units all clumped up. So I'm thinking that one is still slightly out of range. I was kind of worried about Hero's Call because, as we found out, most of our units are mindless. But, whatever. Force that unit to turn around. I could throw in an Abyssian. You know, that the grazes, guys, doesn't help if we get reduced damage on every single attack. Wipe him out. No, the grazes, I'm telling you. Trying to reduce the number of enemies, and you just can't because nothing dies. No one's ever really gone. Star Wars reference. He's got a big AoE attack that he didn't use. Kind of a surprise. Just not very happy about the way this is going. Stick with it, see if we can't finish it off. Grazes for daisies. Maybe I should have been more aggressive with my hero. Get him up there. I can hit you with Curse of Inevitability. Oh, okay. That was the right call, I guess. That doesn't count then. Alright. Roses for doses. And Sucker's right in the middle of the planet, but it's accessible to us, and we might be able to sneak up on it. It's very realistic that we could launch a big attack, and we might be able to do that right now. What's the one that we wanted to grab that was super good? I believe it was Phase Echo Guard. That's the one. Just by starting right next to a research exploitation, it doesn't seem to have really paid off for us. That's not too much of a surprise, though. The it's not really a surprise because doubling down on research in this particular game isn't the best strategy. Not to say that you can't or shouldn't. It's just you just need a lot of energy. Just go for that oil. got the unit that we want to put in there. And I wonder if we could go for this victory. We have defenders. Ironically, we have more defenders than attackers. Modded defenders, even. We need to get this stun module and the extension module. Let's cancel that unit for right now. Yeah, that was the smart thing to do. We got other stuff to do in Heston. You gotta just hang tight. You can continue generating energy for us, though. So far, so good. That one went even better. Free research for beating up Void Lords. Oh, is this because her faction relationship with me is so bad? I don't know what to tell you about that. We won't attack her unless she attacks us. That's all there is to do about that. Now, the void barrier is still up, so we need to get to work on that. We're going to take a swing at it. Swing and a hit. Let's talk to this lady. We need an open relay agreement. I also need to build a relay. Usually only build relays when I'm playing with other people. Kill 4 spawners. It looks like she's going for the grail, which is absolutely okay, at least regarding this whole debacle. I wonder if I should be probing Logan for weaknesses. Kind of like to leave these forces here on retainer until we're done propping up our military forces. So here, oh, we need to replace these engulfers. What about our current engulfers? Those ones are good. And then these guys, we need... Repair drone is no use here. Need to give these guys their oath of loyalty. These guys also need their... Oh, just this unit does. Okay. Get dunked on. Get her air commander. Does she have moves? She does. Kill some of these units and heal on the way. How did I grab one unit from that? I grabbed one unit again. It didn't matter, but it's still a little embarrassing. I think we're going to kick you out of the marquee suit. We have them on backup. Requires advanced piloting. Big sad. That's makes sense though. Fly up here with our commander. This is going to be expensive. Actually, we just need... this build, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I think we're gonna, other than this stack that isn't full, what is Heston doing? I thought you had stuff to do. Dimensional control. Wow. Alright, time to be hero. Alright, you guys fall back to your home. Why is this random unit out in the middle of nowhere? I don't get it. Hello, random unit. Where is your home? Is your home with these guys? If it is, you complete a stack, and we can send all of those forces up there. Free upgrades, thank you. Oh my god, I've got so much modding to do. Alright, Heston is done. Well, sort of. Looks like she's left the Grail. I get the impression that she is also stretched very thin. Could that be the case for like this entire deal for everyone? Okay. So we need